Hey guys, Jason the X for SCNS Live, powered by Cinelinks.com, and I know it's been a while. I was enjoying my holidays. How about you guys? How were your holidays? Well, 2018 is here, and we're starting off with probably, look guys, I'm going to admit to you, this is probably the best toy I've ever picked up. This is the Soul of Chogokin Bandai Tamashii Nations Megazord from the original Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, and I'm serious, this is probably one of the best toys I own. I've never bought anything Soul of Chogokin. I've known of the quality. I've had a couple in hand, but I've never owned one. Well, I got this from my local toy store, Dallas Vintage Toys. I know those guys over there gave me a pretty good price on it, and I could not resist. And I tell you, this thing is worth every penny. It is so good. I can't articulate how good this thing is, so I'm going to try to show you on camera. So anyway, as usual, let's get the guys out of here, because we're going to look at them one by one. I'm going to do a couple of comparisons to the Legacy Megazord, which is the one that I have. I don't have my old Megazord. I'm in the process of trying to get everything back. But, you know, things happen. Things come up missing. So anyway, first let's look at the box this guy comes in, and it's a really great box. I love the packaging on this guy. Now I've got the American version that's got the Megazord. There is a Zyuranger box that, you know, has him, you know, God Beast Daijujin and everything, and there's a sleeve that goes over that. But this is the American style box, and as you can see, some great artwork of the Megazord, and he can totally get that pose. Bandai Tamashii Nations down there. Turning this thing around, I'm going to get a close-up. Oh, well, we're going to look at the top of the box. You got a close-up of the Megazord eye there on the side. You got a shot of the toy standing tall. Outside you have all of the Dinozords, or Dino Beasts, represented there. And I keep knocking down this thing. It's very light with nothing inside. On the bottom you've got the Megazord in tank mode. Nice Megazord symbols and everything, and lettering, and then you have a little bit of a closer look. And we're going to take our time with this, guys. We are, because we can get that glare off of there. You got to look at a little description of each of the Zords. The Megazord sequence has been initiated. There he is in tank mode. Got a rise up there, and there you have the Megazord. And we'll call it the Megazord because, you know, it's okay. You know, we're here. We're in the United States. We can say it. It's got Power Rangers on the south side of it. You know, we don't have to be purists today, guys. Let's just enjoy the toy. So, first up, let's go ahead and take a look at the Pterodactyl, because it's very good. So I got it on just a figure art stand here, but get that out of the way. So here's a look at the Pink Ranger's Pterodactyl, and wow, getting in close. Here's a look at that head. That just looks so much better than the other one. You got a little bit of diecast here on the neck. You've got diecast for the chest for the Zord. Got some nice designs here. The wings are very well, longer than the other one. Oops, forgot to fold these down. Actually fold those up for transformation. There you go. You get a look at the diecast from the back here. Very nice. Very, very nice. Got some detail back here. A little bit of dust on it. Articulation at the neck on 2 points here. And the wings, of course, will go in and out. And here you have the little stands. These are little pegs. These are going to tab into some slots to lock them in. But in the meantime, you can have them down. So, yeah, looks very good. Comparison, here it is next to the Legacy Pterodactyl. And you can see there are some real differences here. Shorter wings, not much detail. They got detail on the back of this thing. Well, on the inside of the wings, much shinier. And, okay, yeah, you've got the feet on here. And the thing about this one is, I don't know why I said it like that. The feet, or the cannons, which we'll need later on, store inside the Tyrannosaurus' chest. They have a little slot here and some tabs on the inside, and they'll store in there. Whoops. Don't want to knock anything over here. There's other things around here. And you can slot those on. I don't like sliding them on because this is a pretty pricey toy. And I don't want to scratch it up. But yeah, you can get the standing pterodactyls here. Bring your head down so it looks a little bit more natural. So yeah, you can do that. And you have to forgive, I did some panel lining on mine. That's why it's got this extra paint apps. But yeah, that's our pterodactyl, and it's very nice. Just going to set it back there. Next up, I want to go ahead and look at the Saber-Tooth Tiger, because this is probably the most improved out of those Zords. Because this thing has got so much articulation. Now, the wheels don't roll, so you can't do the rolling in tank mode, but just look at this. This is a good chunk right here. A lot of diecast on this guy. Well, girl, depending on which, now I miss training. I miss 2E training. Anyway, you got some diecast here. You got plastic at the neck. The feet have a bit of diecast on the claws, and the legs are very hefty. And you can actually fold that up to cover up that connector right there, so you don't get like cat butt. You got the cannon here. Just nice details. None of these are stickers. This is all Tamo. These wheels don't roll either. But starting off, if you remember the Saber-Tooth Tiger, there was no articulation. Of course, the tusks rise up for Megazord mode. The jaw will open and close. And just look at this. Look at this articulation on the neck. You can get up and down. Got a joint right there, so you can get a little bit higher. On the legs, you can got a ratchet here. You can also kind of tilt this body. That's going to help more in Megazord mode, so you can get some A-stance, movable ankle joints. But you got articulation there, right here at this joint, at the feet. Look all the way around. You got a very stiff joint here. It's real. It's just a stiff joint back here, and the claws will go in and out. The tail can rise up and down, and it can retract, and I don't know why. I mean, I've seen it on the show. Did it actually? I have to look at it again. Where this goes up, and I know it blasted in like the first episode. But yeah, you can just get a lot better posing. Kind of reminds me of the current comics, how the Tiger Zord has gone into a couple of battles and everything. But this is just so good. How good is it? Here is the Legacy Tiger Zord. Legacy, Soul of Chogokin. Legacy. Although, let's face it, this is a more expensive toy. So, yeah. While this one has the diecast and everything, you can still kind of get the tail up over there. There's just no articulation on the legs. These wheels don't roll either, so, you know. But we've covered that in my review of that one. But yeah, it's so good. I really love this one. I think it's probably the most improved one out of the bunch. Happy to have it. We're just going to throw that back there. I'm going to bring in my other one here. I'm bringing in the Mastodon. Now, there's not much going on with the Mastodon, except that he has some serious diecast in his legs. These legs, he's got some heft, because he does form the arms. And there's not much you can do with this guy. He does cover up very well, because, you know, these just become the arms. But they actually added panels that fold up and will cover that area up. He does have a movable tusk, or the trunk, not tusk, trunk. These are his tusks, which are nice and chrome, but... And he's not, he's got that gray to the black, like this is a lighter gray than this is black, and you got the black on the side. I love all these paint apps on these guys. Look at that. Just really great detail on the bottom. You got a couple of pegs and everything that you're going to be using later on. Not much articulation, but I mean, he didn't really do anything. He was very static, and not much has changed. Oh, here we go. We'll go ahead and compare him to the Legacy one. And while the Legacy one seems a little bit taller, this one is definitely better. Definitely better. It's about how you can just see like all the arm stuff over here. You can see the fists. He's got fists on his butt. Butt fists. Butt fists! Right there. I'm sorry. I was trying to make a joke. Anyway. But it's still nice. I love the heft. I love the coldness of the metal. Cold, unfeeling, die-cast metal. And we're going to bring in one of my faves here. It's the Triceratops. And this is this is a really good Triceratops because it does a lot of things that I never thought I'd see. Fold it up so you don't see that. You got like thrusters in the back here, but man, look at this guy. Also got a opening mouth. Get that Triceratops beak. The detail on this guy, and he's got that heft too, that really nice, that's all a bit diecast right there. Got the tilting cannons here. Another cool thing about this guy, the horns. Now we saw this in a couple of episodes, but the horns will pop off, and inside, a little chain about that long, and just feed it right back into there. I love that. And it's in both sides. I certainly do appreciate the chain. Just that little bitty thing. You got the tail up here. The guns will rotate to a full 360. Now the treads don't roll, but they do do something kind of interesting later on. And that will show for transformation. Now most improved out of all this. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We didn't even bring in the comparison. So here's a Legacy Triceratops. And he's, you know, very skinny. He kind of almost tips over. Very slim, not much to him. This neck goes up and down. That's about it. This guy, and on top of that, he's got some neck articulation here. It's not much, but it's better than nothing. Can rise it up. I don't think his head was ever up this high in the show, but get a little bit there. A little bit of X and Y movement. So yeah. I don't know if that was X or Y. And next up, the Tyrannosaurus. And I really love, I don't know why his hand is down. I don't know why that. But I really love the Tyrannosaurus. The T-Rex is just so improved. Look at this detail in the head here. You've got the cannons inside the mouth. They don't angle or anything. Got pretty sharp teeth too. On the sides, he's got a lot of die-cast in him as well. This part's die-cast. He's got die-cast in his legs. Let's change that up. On the back, you got the thrusters back here. The tail has articulation. This articulates down because it actually folds up later on. The legs, you got some back and forth here. The knees will go in and out. That's actually a peg in there for the combination mode. They twist. They actually will move out a bit too. Well, that's more for the tank mode. The arms are on ball joints at the shoulder area. And you've got double jointing on the elbows. And the claws will go back and forth. And open up. They don't rotate. Don't try to rotate your claws, by the way. But they will close and get some pretty good arm movement. And I love the cannons inside. It's just a really great T-Rex, and comparing him to this other guy from the Legacy line, which, yeah, little stubby arms, got a sticker inside the mouth. But you know, kind of not up to here. But different price tags for different toys, and you know, he accomplishes what he needs to. But yeah, the T-Rex is just fantastic. Love it, love it, love it. So anyway, let's go ahead and get this guy into his tank mode. And you're going to start off, I'm going to try to do all this here, but the first thing you want to do is push these panels in. And take this gun, fold it, roll it back like that. Go ahead and flatten out the tail. Make sure the head is out. And the treads, you can just push them up into the body. And unfold that peg there. Next up, we're going to take the Megazord, stretch out the legs, bring the head down, rotate the tusk up, stretch out both the legs, bring these up, and the feet will actually go into this cavity up here. Push the tail in, bring it all the way up. And as you get access there. Once that's all done, you want to go over to the Tyrannosaurus here, bring these down, and inside you'll see two stainless steel pegs. Bring those up. Those are going to be the connector points for the legs. You can put that back into there. And then what you want to do is take these thighs, like I showed you earlier, and just push them out to the side. That'll help give you access to the there we go. So once we got, oh, and also it does come with a nice instruction booklet. Forgot to say about that. We'll show you how to do all this. I would take the time to actually thumb through this so that you can see all the little things that you have to do, because there are little tabs and things that need to be moved around and observed, and you know, just use caution with those so you don't bust them up. But yeah, take time to read your manual, because we're going to this. We're going to the tank mode. So now that we've got them out, just want to take these and make your connection in here. I will say I think the connection could be stronger. I don't feel as though it's he said as he had difficulty getting that into there. Hey, I'm actually opening up the book because I just want to see, to make sure I have the legs right for the Tyrannosaurus. So I do. So the tail can go straight out the back. You bring the head down a little bit. You do want to bring the arms in, and afterwards you want to flip this part here down. And that's going to reveal a little slot here, which is going to be for our buddy here. What you want to do is take the head off of this, and be careful taking the head off. And he does have a little bit of articulation, but there's a couple of pegs here. There's slots here, here, and here that are going to accommodate the head. And as you can see, here they are right here. I know it's hard to see, but what you do is fold those down afterwards, because you won't need them anymore. And you can take this tab and fold it up. So now you got to, it's very clean back there. With this, you want to take that little notch right there and push it down into that slot. And there you go. So that's all straighten up now. Mind you, this does not roll. Just remember, it does not roll. Next up, you want to take these panels here, bring them up. See, there's 3 sections here. Rotate this forward and do a close, fold, and there, and then you can take this panel and bring it down. So I've got it all the way unfolded here, so close, close, ta-da, and bam. And y'all know this. You know this. Y'all be doing this. Take the arms, unfold them. You can rotate these up. Take these. You've got tabs here and here that are going to go into both sides of the Megazord, of the Tyrannosaurus. I'm doing it blind on that side, and I did it. Who's the man? Who's the man? Alright. There you go. Let's bring an old T-Rex here, or Pterosaur. Pteranodon. You take those cannons, put them on the feet. And things are coming together now. What you want to do is take these little tabs on the feet and fold them out like that. Just going to do a quick open up like that. And those are going to fit into these slots on the Pteranodon, or Pterosaur, you know. I mean, I said these were going to fit on here. I said that. I said that. Hang on. Can't really see it from this side. That's why I don't want to do anything wrong, because that is what the instructions say. And maybe I'm just having a hard time getting that in there. There we go. Now I felt it get snug. So I think one of the issues I have is that I don't have the T-Rex leaning forward enough. Because actually these panels right here will actually lift up a bit to allow... Yeah, that's what I was doing wrong. So I'm going to zoom in here and show you guys exactly what I was doing wrong here. Alright, if you look down here, the front of the T-Rex legs actually will come forward a bit more. And this panel pops up, so you can get the T-Rex in that leaning position that you need to get him in for the tank mode. So let me bring these up. Straight out. I think the legs kind of collapsed in a bit at the hips. Yeah, they did. And there you have the Megazord in tank mode. And I mean, they only showed this mode a few times on the show, but I did love it. I did like this. So now, okay, now that we've got it here, it's time to get it into Megazord mode. Activate initiated. That's right, I've watched the show a couple times. Just take the T-Rex off of there and it flies away. But it will return. Make sure all the mouths are closed up here. And we can take the mammoth head off of here. And go ahead and unfold this out all the way to become the mammoth shield. And take these, sorry if I hit the camera, fold them in. And there you have the hands revealed. Let's go the other way with it. Because you kind of have to lean this out a little bit, just like that, to get that foot to fit in there. And now you can start to rise up process. I don't know if it's all going to stay together when I do this. I've tried a few times. It's even harder with a camera in front of you to get it to rise up. And there we go. I got it. You can take this and just kind of collapse it back into the leg. There you go. Take these pegs or legs, push them back in. I don't know why I can't talk tonight. Because I'm doing a review. Bring the arms down. Let's bring this up a little bit because we've done everything we need to do down here. Pretty much. So, the same panel that we opened up. Oh, close that up. Same panel we opened up. Oh, wait a minute. You can take the cannons. There's a peg right here that'll go into the back of the mammoth feet. Bring that up and put those in there. Make sure things are tidied up in the back. On the tail, you want to fold the tail down, and right here at this joint here, you'll find there's a little peg that you just got to push down with something. There you go, your fingernails should do, if you have them. Get your wife to do it if they have fingernails. I mean, I have spudgers. Alright, and when you bring that up and just make a complete 180 with it, you'll see there's a little peg here. That's going to go into that little slot back here and help lock everything together. So the tail's all tidied up. Going back to the front here. I want to open up the chest and drop the T-Rex head inside. Put that back up in there. Take your Pterodactyl. Fold up the head. Fits very perfectly in there. Fold up the wings. Just overlap them. Take these two tabs. Fold them down. They will go into these slots up here. Little slot clips. Make sure the T-Rex arms are completely pushed up. Yeah, I knocked both of them down. Amateur. And then just kind of tab the bottom part in. And once you have that, go ahead and bring the horns forward. And ladies and gentlemen, there is the Dino Megazord, or the Daijujin. And like I said, this is a perfect toy to start the year off with. I've actually had him for a couple of weeks now, but I was just waiting to do the review, kind of enjoying my vacation. But man, just look at this guy. I love the colors on him. Everything's properly represented. He just looks so good from the feet up. All the little details, none of those are stickers, all just tampographed on there. And get a look at that head. Perfect. Just perfect. And we are not quite done yet, because he does have accessories. We already saw the mammoth head, which you can take and just put into his hand. Move the thumb out of the way, and it's articulated fingers. We'll get into the articulation. Put that in there. And you can kind of push it and close the hand up. You can just kind of push on that, and the head of the mammoth will actually help close those fingers. But he also has the power sword. Or the, it had a really cool name in Japanese, and I can't think of what it is. And I'll probably put it in the box down there or something later on. But yeah, this nice chromed sword. Very nice. It's actually got a couple of fingerprints on it. Like, as a comparison, here's the one that came with the Legacy Megazord. Nice chrome. This. You got the nice gold paint, the black paint on the handle, you even got the little silver bit down here. And this thing is just about as big as the Megazord. I mean, this is touching the table. And it's that high, and you can just take it and put it in his hand, or you can drop it on the table. Holds it very well. Yes, look at that. That is awesome. That is so awesome. Now, let me go ahead and get everything out of his hands, because I got to show you the articulation on this guy, because it's very good. I've never had a Megazord that could pose like this. I know some of the newer Legacy Megazords are getting better on this, but this guy really knocks it out of the park. First of all, you've got a slight ankle tilt. Remember how I was showing you on the Tigerzord and on the Triceratops, how it had some angle, so you get more of a natural foot stance. And of course, it will go back. Oh, I'm sorry. And also, the Saber-Tooth Tiger does have a little foot peg for a heel spur that'll pop out. So yeah, you can get some really good articulation there. This one also has it. It's slight, but it's there. The knees, this can get kind of tricky, because you've actually got two joints that you're working with here. If you look at the Saber-Tooth Tiger, you'll see there's a joint here at the T-Rex, got a little bit of ratchet, but you can also shift it here, and you can get about that much. It's not a lot, but at least it's something. And the Triceratops can do it as well. But if you go any further, you're going to risk the peg coming out of the Triceratops. You just kind of push it forward when you're done. Can you get more out of this one? Nope, see, pulled it right out of there. It seems like the Triceratops actually has a little bit more articulation than the Saber-Tooth Tiger. So I'm like hitting the camera and everything. You've got a twist at the thighs, so you can do a little bit of dancing. You got something in the waist, and you can move these out of the way if you want to get some more, but the Pterodactyl is going to hinder that a bit. Also, the tail up here, which is pegged in, is going to hinder it as well. So you got a little bit. It's very slight. The head will go back and forth. Shoulders will rotate, go in and out. You got single jointed elbows. Very nice. Love all the die cast on this guy because he's very heavy. Wrists will twist, hands will open. Got the pointer finger is the separate digit, and the thumb is on a ball peg. So you get some more articulation there. Now just for, as we approach the end of this, I'm going to put the sword back in his hand. And the mammoth shield, because he can just get a lot of good poses like that. He's very, very posable. So let's bring in a comparison here, because we got the Legacy Megazord right here. Now, the Soul of Chogokin is just a little bit shorter, but not by much. And let's face it, this is the better one over here. It's just so much better, bulkier. Well, I did love this skinnier design. It has limitations, and it seems rushed because the other plastic versions sold quickly, and you know, y'all know all the story about that. So yeah, I still like this. I'm still going to have it on my shelf, but this guy has earned a very, very special place on the shelf. It's very good. If you have the money and you got some things, maybe you're getting rid of some older toys or something, I recommend getting the Soul of Chogokin. I know they've got a couple of versions out there. I really love the Voltron one. Maybe I want to end up getting it one day. But for now, this one will do. It's a high quality product. You are getting what you paid for with something like this. I have to admit. You are totally getting your money's worth. It's very good. It is a toy. It is a toy. It's an expensive toy, but it's a great toy. I'm glad to have started off the year with something this good. Hope to give you guys more great reviews this year, but man, it's going to be hard to top this. It is definitely one of the best toys of the year. Anyway, guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, like it, subscribe. Check out cinelinks.com for all your news, reviews, editorials, and more. And you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at JasonX. But until next time, guys, I'll catch you later.